Alrighty, welcome back. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tobacco, just breezing through this thirsty Thursday. I'm keeping my eye on the markets today. Down 1,800, off its lows of down 2,100, but slight recovery midday, and now it looks like it's on its way back down again. There's a trapdoor out there as bad as down to 18,000, so keep your powder dry, put on your seatbelt, get ready to pull the ripcord because we're going down. I do want to point out to you that there is this new developing area of investing. It's called pre-IPO, where you invest in these great, huge unicorn companies before they go public. And this happens to be one place where you might want to consider putting some of your diversified investments in companies like SpaceX, for example, which isn't public yet, but it's owned by Elon Musk, and they're making trips to the moon and beyond. These companies are resistant to market volatility. They're private. You can make an investment in the early stages here. This wasn't open to everyone until recently in the Jobs Act. And if you want to know more about how you can get involved in investing in stocks that are a little more resistant to the volatility of these markets, shoot me an email. I'll point you in the right direction. But I know the big craze right now is everyone's looking at SpaceX, which is a pre-IPO investment, and it's not subject to market volatility. So just, maybe an alternative you may want to consider. I'll give you some more information if you want, if you send me an email. Now, we have a lot of great guests on this show, but none of them brings the firepower like this one right here. And Tisha Powell joins us now. She's a nationally recognized legal analyst. She's also the author of the book, Trump Must Win. And when I saw you with your Trump hat, I had to put on my Trump jacket.
Yay.
So we're doing, the president is under fire right now.
Yeah.
Every single thing that's happening, they're blaming him. Murray Sabrin was just here about how Trump has attached his wagon to the market, and the market's getting killed.
Yeah.
So I think we stand in solidarity with our president today. I got my jacket, you got the hat, but thank you.
Yes, and I just think about with the coronavirus how the liberal media like CNN and MSNBC, how they go ahead and they use this as a political attack against the president. We all need to unite as Americans at this point, and we need to encourage President Trump. We don't need to be trashing him at this moment because the coronavirus is going to affect everyone. So if we stand in solidarity of our president, I think this option would be better for us. You got to remember, it came from China, and the information that China provided to us was not accurate. So now we don't need the media playing politics at this time when people are actually dying. We need to unify under President Trump at this time, the same way we did on September 11th. We need it's one president we have. God sent us one president. We all are one under the United States.
So let me ask you this. Do you think the president needs any advice right now from presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard? Do you think that matters? I want you to take a look at this and tell me what you think. Here's Tulsi Gabbard.
Agree with much of what the president proposed, including ensuring that people will not have to pay for treatments. But there are two important things that he did not address. Number one, the lack of availability of tests for the coronavirus. And number two, making sure that people don't need to pay for going and taking the test. These are the two things that are needed right now. Tests need to be available. People need to be taking those tests and need to know that they're not going to have to pay for them. The other step that needs to be taken is that cruise ships should not be allowed to dock in Hawaii or any other state. These cruise ships are basically floating incubators for this disease.
What do you think?
Well, I think that she's going to be running for president in the next 4 years, and I just commend her for her act, but it's not your turn, Tulsi, it's President Trump's turn. So he's running the country, you're not running the country, and we're going to follow the president of the United States on this one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it would be helpful for Tulsi to pick up a delegate or something in the midst of, giving the president advice on how to run the country.
Well, she's political. She's probably going to be the first president of the United States within 4 years. That's what everybody's predicting. But this is not her time. It's President Trump. And you have to respect authority. President Trump is in charge of us in America, and we're going to follow what he has to say on the coronavirus.
All right. Well, thank you, my friend. You're the best.
Thank you so much.
She's one of the best in the business. When she's here, the stage just lights up, and she's always here for us. Thank you very much.
Thank
Tisha
you,
Powell.
John. Thanks for having
me. And next up, in the middle of this stuff, if you're self-quarantining and you need to entertain yourself, we got the best in the business right here coming on next also. Lauren Conlon joins us. She's an entertainment correspondent and host of the Red Carpet Rendezvous. And she's with Aaron Fisher, the director of a new film that premieres tomorrow. We're going to have them both here right after this.